What's up, Team KBA? One Tech Traveler here in Seoul, South Korea. Now today, we are going to talk about Able Carry's updated 13 Daypack 2024 version 2. And funnily enough, I was also in South Korea when I reviewed the original 13 Daypack back in 2020. So it's nice to be in the same country and update some of the excellent features they've brought to the latest 13 Daypack. So I'm going to share some of those exciting features with you, help you understand what's kind of different, what's stayed relatively the same, and share some of my early thoughts ahead of my upcoming final review. So keep it locked in, stay tuned for that video. So we've got a lot of good stuff to talk about. I published my written article about some of these exciting features, so you can check it out on my website at onetechtraveler.com. I'll be putting the links down below in the comments, the videos section. And if you like the 13 or you want to see the rest of Able Carry's range, I'll be putting a link to their website where you can check them out. If you're thinking of buying, support the channel and let Able Carry know by using the links down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you found it useful. Without further ado, this is Able Carry's 13 2024. Let's get started. Now, personally, I think the biggest visual update is the internal layout, and I'm really excited to delve into that shortly. But I want to talk through some of the smaller details that really propels the 13 into an overall complete premium compact Daypack. The most glaring omission in the original 13 was a lack of a sternum strap, and I'm happy to say Able Carry have brought it over to the 13 V2. It's not just a sternum strap, however, as it's got a really awesome magnetic swivel system, and I found it super easy to use one hand and connect it, but also it's removable too. So if you did like the clean profile of just having the shoulder strap, and especially if you're not planning to use it, then you can remove it underneath the shoulder piece. It's easy to use one-handed, freely adjust if you want to loosen it. Swivel system, as easy as that. Clips has a very strong magnetic hold. Sideways, this is not coming off. It's a slim webbing, but it's super solid, and I can adjust it and attach using this one or this way, and that cinches it down. Very effortless. Remove it. If you don't plan to use the sternum strap, there's a little hook that you can just untether, store it away inside the 13 Daypack. Really satisfying, so I find I'm probably going to use it more when I just want a stable hold. Another updated feature is the shoulder profile. I find it had a more aggressive contour that really curved towards the bottom. They've kind of relaxed it now. The curvature is a lot more slight. If you have any of Able Carry's Max or Daily Plus backpack, which had really comfortable padding, cushioning, and overall great support no matter what gear load you have, you'll be happy to know they brought it over to the 13 V2, so you'll find it very comfortable to wear all day long and enjoy the same level of support if you are using this for more outdoor activities and heavier gear load setups. The 13 also is 2 centimeters taller, which may seem very small, but actually it makes a very big difference. It's now a comfortable 13-liter Daypack. They've color matched the zippers. Before, it used to be a PU zipper, which had kind of a glossy finish. You now have nylon zippers, and these are WD-R coated, so it is waterproof, and it's matched in the same navy blue as the X-Pack. The zips are YKK, and they swapped the Hyperlon pull tabs with nylon zippers. Now, I actually really loved those Hyperlon pull tabs. I think it looks more premium than these nylon zippers. I appreciate they've color matched it and it does blend in well. That's just my personal preference. Both of them look fine, but I do think the Hyperlon gave more of a premium finish. A huge improvement is the top handle. Now, I use top handles a lot, even more so on a Daypack because it's smaller. The top handle just makes it a lot easier to really grab and go. It was a slightly plush, cushioned, but not as like structured handle. Now you get it here more structured, rigid, and firm, so it holds a nice shape. And when you grab onto it, it feels more substantial. Really big improvement to the overall usability. Some small design choices. We still have the same bottle pocket here, but the drainage hole is now a lot more subtle. They've just woven that into the stitching. If it's leaking or if you're caught out in the rain, then it's going to drain through this little hole here. External attachment points have always been excellent in the 13, and it's the same in the V2. We have 2 points either side of the top handle. Security, you can put padlock doubles up as another attachment point. We have 3 attachment points hidden underneath, an additional 3 for a total of 9. If you add the side access front pocket, which is super roomy, then we also have this tether loop with a gated hook. I find it great to attach Able Carry's Joey pouch. I use it for my wireless earbuds case. You can use it as like a very minimal cards, some cash, coins, wallet, and it just adds extra security, peace of mind while you're traveling or your day-to-day. You don't have to take it off the tether loop, and it's nice and long enough for you to use. Put your car keys, house keys, and then you can put it back in that front compartment. The drainage hole of the water bottle pocket, which fits my 32-ounce water bottle, very comfortable. Rear back pocket, this is exactly the same, super roomy and nice for extra security for like a wallet, your travel documents, card slots. On the shoulder straps, it's open design, it's not zippered, so I do prefer it closed, but if you want quick access, then you can also slide it in here. Now we can finally dive into the internal layout, which makes the biggest visual difference to the 13 V2. It honestly looks and feels a lot more premium than the original. They're using ripstop nylon as the liner. I love this beigey color. It really pops out against this navy blue, and I think I prefer it over the olive green, which shares the same beige internal. But if you're going for the Cordura ripstop black or the X-Pack black version, they have the gray liner. You've got color matching zippers on this front pocket. It's no longer mesh, it's the same ripstop liner. Is still very deep, so I like using this for smaller items that you want to stash inside the main compartment. You don't need to access like from the front. Everything feels and looks a lot more high quality. So the zipper, we've got a nice matching YKK zip, the zip pull, the zip track, all in that same matching beige, very clean. Towards the back, you can see the extra room we get on the top. So this being a more comfortable 13 liter, whereas the original was more of a squeeze because it was tapered towards the front. This extra panel just gives you a lot more room to stack things up. The rider still has the same soft fleecy interior lining. We not only have 1, but 2 of these vertical stretchy like bottle pockets. Really adds to the overall practical and function of the 13 V2. You've got these long pull tabs as well to help you really fit more wider stuff. And it fits the same 32-ounce bottle pocket as I did in the front, which is great. You're no longer fighting for that 1 pocket, you've got 2. I found it useful for a small umbrella, my Joby tripod, any table tripod, or just long and thin items. You can store it away safely and still have very usable space towards the bottom. A huge improvement over the original. Everything just feels really premium, high quality now. The X-Pack always made a very strong impression for the outside, but it's now matched inside. Able Carry doesn't like us talking about their hidden secret pocket towards the top, but it's there, and it's also zippered too. I'm going to show you how I load the 13 with my own day-to-day gear, my Asus ROG G14. The divider, you can really flex it outwards, so no longer do you have to really tuck it underneath the panel. It makes it easier to drop it in. It comfortably holds a 14-inch laptop. Anything bigger than that, I'd say you're going to struggle with it. You're better off just putting it in the main compartment, as I did with my Surface Book many years back. I've got my iPad Mini 6, and then comfortably stores just in front of it. It holds up to an 11-inch iPad, and it's nice that they've got a place for the Apple Pencil. I've got their stash, great for some small essentials. I usually pack my cables, my travel chargers, my SSDs when I'm going out to do some work or editing. I can just put that either in the main body, or I can also put it in the front pocket too. The pull tab is really helpful since this is quite a big bottle. Things do start to get a little bit compressed. If you've got a slimmer or normal size bottle, then it'll be a lot more comfortable. Still got this other vertical pocket to use for something else. For this side, I've got nice color matching Marshall Willen my travel speakers. I use daily at home or on the go. That sits all nicely. I've got my travel mouse, front access pocket. Also got my phone, and just for reference, if you want to use that vertical pocket, don't recommend it, but it does fit like so. And this is how it looks all packed up. I've got my full suite of what I would just want to travel out if I'm going to do some work somewhere, and the top handle, because it's a lot more structured and firm, it handles this heavier gear load much better. That extra panel means the design is no longer compressed or really stretched to the brim. It feels and looks a lot more comfortable with this kind of gear load. Those are some of the exciting features you can expect in Able Carry's 13 V2 or 2024 Daypack. Keep an eye out for my final review that I'll be dropping very soon. What was your favorite updates in the new 13 V2? Let me know down in the comments if you got any questions. Also be happy to hear from you. Read more of my travel stories and gear reviews on my website at onetechtraveler.com. And if you're thinking of buying Able Carry's 13 or their other backpacks, support the channel using the links down below in the comments, the video description. Really appreciate it if you give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't yet to join Team KBA. See you in the next one. But until then, keep being awesome. Peace.